திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஆடம்பரிவேல் அணி சேவல் என பாடும் பணியே பணியாய் அருள்வாய் தேடும் கயமாமுகனை செருவில் சாடும் தனி யானை சகோதரனே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். பூழியர்கோன் வெப்பொழித்த புகழியர்கோன் கடல் போற்றி, ஆழிமிசை கல்மிதப்பில் அணைந்தவரான் அடி போற்றி, வாழி திருநாவலூர் வன்தொண்டர் பதம் போற்றி, ஊழிமலி திருவாத ஊர திருத்தாள் போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருச்சிற்றம். அண்ட சராசரங்களுக்கெல்லாம் அதிபதியாக வழங்கக்கூடிய முருகப்பெருமானுடைய ஒப்பற்ற பெருங்கருணையினாலே ஞானத்திரள் சார்பாக அன்பிற்கும் போற்றுதலுக்கும் உரிய நம்முடைய கத்தார் சரவணன் தம்பதியருடைய நல்லாதரவில் தொடர்ந்து சிவமந்த்ராஸ் என்கிற தலைப்பில் ஆங்கில உரையாக 5 எழுத்து மந்திரங்களை பற்றிய சிந்தனையிலே தொடர்ந்து இன்றைய தினம் அதிசூட்சம பஞ்சாட்சரம் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய அந்த மந்திரத்தை பற்றி சிந்திப்பதற்கு திருவருள் கூட்டியிருக்கிறது. இன் சைவம், the 5-lettered mantra is a common name, but the mantra takes different forms. For example, Namah Sivaya, Shivaya Namah Sivaya. Like this, it takes the forms depending upon the maturity of the person who is uttering or chanting the mantra. So it has been clearly discussed in the last session. Who is fit enough to chant Namah Sivaya? Who deserves the right to exercise to chant Sivaya Namah? And who can chant Sivaya? Since the mantras are pronounced, since the mantras are written, can we think that all these mantras are common to everybody? It is not so. If it is common, if it can be uttered by anybody at any maturity level, then there need not be 3 mantras at all. To group them, our ancestors, our gurus, mentors, they have named it as 5-lettered mantra. If they say 5-lettered mantra, 5 எழுத்து மந்திரம், if they say, then it implies that Namah Sivaya, Sivaya Namah Sivaya, these mantras, whichever is fit enough to our way of life, we can chant that mantra. That is why they have been grouped under the one caption, 5-lettered mantra. Even though it is a 5-lettered mantra, Sivaya is having only 3 letters. Even then it is called a 5-lettered mantra. So wherever 5-lettered mantra is pronounced, you may assume that it warrants, it implies that the person who is chanting that mantra is entitled to chant the mantra appropriate to his maturity level. You can choose Namah Sivaya, Shivaya Namah Sivaya, all these mantras. I am just telling you that the person who is to chant the Sivaya, Sivaya Namah, Namah Sivaya is not prescribed by the person's qualification or wealth level or any other status. It purely indicates the mental approach of this world and Lord Shiva. How do we approach Lord Shiva? How do we consider him? If you consider Lord Shiva just related to this worldly life, you depend on him. You make prayers, you perform pujas, but through all these things, your intention is just to relate your life in this prapancham with Lord Shiva. Just relating your way of life with Lord Shiva. You understand? So, if suppose if your way of life relates mainly to the world, you are not, what do we say, that you are just trying to solve your problems in the life, get mental peace, you want to get wealth, you want to drive away health problems. All these things are there related to the worldly activities or worldly life. And if you are doing, performing pujas, if you are praying, then you are fit enough to chant Namah Sivaya. Because you are before the Lord Shiva, you are before him to request him to solve your problems in this prapancha and to offer you the gifts through his blessings. You are asking his grace, you are asking his grace to solve your worldly problems, to solve your other problems. You are standing, you have every right to ask him. That is there. Of course, nobody says that you shouldn't ask him anything or you don't have the right to ask him anything. Not like that. Not like that. If you feel asking him any worldly things, you go and establish your rights. Ask him to bless you, to give you what you want. Some people are uttering the mantras and uttering the prayers, and they are praising it also. Yes, give me this, I will give you this. Just a bargain is also going on. People are relating the Lord only to the worldly requirements, worldly things. They are relating the entire Almighty to his worldly activities, worldly life alone, not beyond that. Not beyond that. He cannot think of God beyond the world of life. In this world, God is there to give you all you want. That's all. And you also feel that if I am suffering, how to get away from the suffering, how to get out of it. The only solution is to pray God. So he will just lift me out, liberate me. All these things are there. So people are entitled to chant Namah Sivaya. But at the same time, if you just turning your head to other side also, what will happen to the soul if I just leave this world? Okay, I am asking his help for the entire life in my world. But what about my life after this world? Suppose I leave my body here and I am just getting away. I am just escaping from my sthula body. People are saying that I will be with the Sukshama body. Okay, when I go over there with the Sukshama body, where will I go? To heaven or to hell? Where to go? So at the time I should get the help of him. So I am afraid of this hell. I am afraid of Yama. I am afraid of my life after death. I am just interested in my life after death. Most of the people are not interested in that, but some people, selective people, they are interested in the life after death. What will happen to me? Where will I go? Who will take care of me? Under whose shelter I will go? All these questions they will ask themselves, and gurus, mentors have answered all those questions, and because of those exposure, the people will be interested in to get the lotus feet of Lord Shiva instead of the grip of Yama. Yama will come and catch the soul, take it out of the sthula body, and he will take it to either a heaven or a hell, depending upon the sins committed or the goods done. So, people when they live here, they worry about their life after death also. Some people do that, not all. Everybody is not interested. Some people are interested only in this world life. Let us worry about this, sir. I don't have time, enough time to think about these things. Why should I think about something imaginary? They think that it is imaginary. So, people are not interested in the status of soul after the death. But some people are really interested. They worry about the Yama. They think that I shouldn't be caught by Yama. I should go to the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. I should be under the cover of him. So, from here itself, they will start praying Lord Shiva to take care of them at the time of the meeting of death. அந்தகனும் என அடர்ந்து வருகையில் அஞ்சலன வலிய மயில் மேல் அந்த மரளியோடு உகந்த மனிதன் நமது அன்பன் என மொழிய வருவாயே. This is how Arunagirinathar submits to Lord Muruga. Oh my Lord Muruga, when Yama comes to take my soul out of my body, you please be present. You just come quickly on your peacock and say to the Yama, hey, he is my relative. This person is very, very favorable and a wanted person by me. He has to be taken care of by my kith and kin. My Bhutaganas are there to take care of him. You go away. I will take care of the soul. So you must say that this man is very nice to me. This person, this soul, I will take care of it. You go away. Like that, you must drive away Yama at the time of my death. That was his submission. And we also used to utter the same submission to Lord Muruga. That is why it is in the form of Tirupugal. Okay, now I have segregated people who are interested in worldly life. They believe in God. And we are talking about people only who believe in God. They believe in God, they believe in Shivam, they visit temples, they perform pujas, everything they do. But their attitude, how they relate to Lord Shiva to their life, they think that all worldly activities, if I am to be successful, I must get the grace of Lord Shiva. But as a matter of fact, it is not the grace, it is Tirobhavam. Is it not? Anyway, without knowing that detail, they will ask, give me grace to get this thing, to get that thing, to get out of that thing, to achieve this one, to get success in that business. All these things, they will submit the request, asking for grace, even though it is not grace, it is Tirobhavam. You understand? So, those people, if they utter mantra, Namah Sivaya, they will utter. Of course, Namah Sivaya. Of course, Namah Sivaya is the basic, Adi Mandiram is the basic mantra for all mantras. Only out of it, Sivaya Namah evolved. That mantra will make you interested in Lord Shiva. I must get Lord Shiva. If I want to be peaceful, if I want to be out of my sufferings, not in this world, even after death, I have to meet the sufferings. Sometimes I may be in heaven, but sometimes I may be in hell also, where the people will torture me. So I should be out of that sufferings. I might have done so many things without my knowledge. So those sins are to be pardoned. So I request Lord Shiva, whatever has been done, knowingly or unknowingly, kindly show me your mercy. Take me out of this. Don't put me back into this world. Don't give me birth. Keep me with you. Likewise, the people are interested in getting towards Lord Shiva. They will utter Sivaya Namah. That is what people are showing. So Sivaya Namah is the 5-lettered mantra. People who are interested in life even after or beyond life in this world. Of course, you must believe that there is a life beyond this world. People think, some people are convinced that the only life the souls are having is in this world. Let us worry about these lives. But some people are convinced, and they are well aware that the life continues even after death. It is an endless one. It ends where? It ends where? People think that by leaving the sthula body, life ends. No, not at all. Not at all. The life ends. The life, it's just a break. Just a break. It will be again revived, resumed. And the souls are to get into the respective bodies, sthula bodies, and they have to either suffer or enjoy, and again they have to come back to this world. What Saivam says, people here, when they meet their death, the good deeds and bad deeds, evil deeds, they continue. The soul leaves the sthula body, but it is along with the Sukshma body. Again from Sukshma body, it gets another body fit to live in either Surgam or fit to live in Narayam. Surgam means heaven, Narayam means hell. You understand that the sthula bodies are different in nature. If you want to live in heaven, it has special features. Endless pleasures it will be able to enjoy. Endless sufferings, pains, another body will take care of. That body is known as Yadana Sariram. That will be given. Because the soul, if it goes to the hell, it has to go with the respective body. If it comes to this world, it has to take a sthula body, which will take both pain and joy at the same time. It will enjoy pain, it will enjoy joy. But if the pain increases beyond certain level, automatically the soul leaves the body. It has been set like that. Not only pain, if you enjoy joy also, if you enjoy beyond certain level, automatically the soul leaves the body. So certain level of pain and sufferings or certain level of joy can be taken, handled only by this body. This body can handle only to a certain extent, either pain or enjoyment, pleasure, not limitless. If it exceeds the limit, then automatically it will break. But whereas Yadana Sariram, immense pain, you cannot think of it. That much of pain, that much of sufferings will handle Yadana Sariram. So that will be given to you If at all, if you are entitled for hell, you will be given Buddha Sara Sariram. It will handle enormous amount of pleasure. So that will be for handling heaven. So likewise, these things are there, and people may not believe in life beyond death. But Saivam says that there is life beyond death. Maranathin pin vaalvu. The soul goes over there, suffers or enjoys, comes back to this world to complete its schedule. The schedule is a long schedule. It has to complete it. God is not going to leave it. We cannot escape. If He dictates something, if you are not in a mood to follow them, if you break them, then again you have to come back, suffer. People obeying the rules will get the liberation. People breaking the rules, not understanding the things, they will be taught the due lessons. Is it not? That is the nature, isn't it? So, what I am trying to say is, some people who are interested in the worldly life, they utter Namah Sivaya. People who are interested in life beyond death, they utter Sivaya Namah. But some people are living life in this world, divine life. That life is completely detached from these worldly activities. They get themselves aloof. They get detached from this world in every respect. Not by words or not by mere sayings. They will live like that. They will dedicate their entire thoughts, their entire speech, their entire physical activities only to Lord Shiva. They will see to it that no minute is wasted on any other thing. Not even a thought should be wasted on any other thing. Only about Lord Shiva thoughts, only about Lord Shiva talking, only about Lord Shiva activities, related activities. This type of life dictates for the souls to fulfill their life in this world. They have to utter Sivaya. But please understand, I have already told you, they will not utter the Sivaya. They will not utter. They will live like that. The main idea is the soul will always be looking at Lord Shiva through His grace. See, if your intention, if you are inclined to see Lord Shiva, to think more about Him, then the ways they are made automatically clear. So many hurdles will be there, of course. But if you think that I must get the glimpse of Lord Shiva's face, I must get His grace, I must get the real feel of Lord Shiva, I must real the touch of Lord Shiva. All these things are, the people will be longing for them. So they will be looking for the opportunities to get contacts with the Lord Shiva. Please understand that soul will feel the touch. The soul will feel the pleasure, the joy with the Lord Shiva. Do you think our mentors, our gurus will lie? Will they say something that they have not experienced? They will tell us only things they have experienced. That is the difference between a guru and an ordinary man. Ordinary man will tell you so many things which he has not at all experienced. People converting you from one religion to another religion, they will be what to say? They will be lying lie after lie. They would not have experienced a single thing, but they will say as if they have experienced everything about those lords, and they will lie. So our Gurumars, they don't know the what to say, the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy, that is acting yourself as if you have got the grace. You are not at all gifted, you are not at all blessed, but you act like that, making yourself, your appearance, as if you have been blessed by Lord Siva. Talking like that you have been, he has been blessed by Lord Siva. Some people will claim that every day night Lord Siva comes and talks to me. All those things, nonsense, they will be telling. People, innocent people will be cheated. No. Our mentors are not like that. They have shared their experience. Upper Swami says, Ennil iniyan oruvan ulan. How can he claim that like that? Because he is enjoyed. Ennilum iniyan oruvan ulan. What does it mean? I have enjoyed Lord Shiva. He tasted me like that, so that I have never tasted such a pleasure in my life. You understand? So, kindly understand, our gurus, they have shared their experiences. If at all their Tevarams, Tiruvachakam, all Tirumurais, everything, just pure experience. Great people will call Tiruvasakam like what, you know? Tiruvasakam. How will they call? Sivanubhavam. Why it is called Sivanubhavam? It is because Manivasaka Peruman, he has completely shared his beautiful, excellent experiences with the Lord Shiva. Is it not? If you go through the versions, the songs, இந்தனக் கருளி இருள் கடிந்து உள்ளத்து எழுகிற ஞாயிறே போன்று நின்ற நின் தன்மை நீயலால் பெரிதுமற்றின்மை சென்று சென்று அணுவாய் தேய்ந்து தேய்ந்து ஒன்றாம் திருப்பெருந்துறை உரை சிவனே ஒன்றும் நீ அல்லை அன்றி ஒன்றில்லை யார் உன்னை அறியகிற்பாரே. Just go through this song. How meaningful. But for Manivasakar, who can do this song? Nobody can do it. Because those are not the words, those are the experiences. What he felt, he has given us as songs. What he enjoyed, what he was given experience, those experiences, those feelings, those enjoyments, they are in the form of words. He is trying to explain us the state of his mind at the time of Lord's grace be bestowed upon him. So, it is best understood that people who live in this world completely out of the clutches of this prapancham, completely out of the clutches of the worldly relationship or worldly things. They will have only thoughts, or their minds will be revolving around Lord Shiva's mercy. So because of this, Lord Shiva also will continue to give the experience. You understand how to get the experience. You see what a good businessman will do. In the initial period, if you start a business, if at all you get some return, don't enjoy the return. You just recirculate it in your business. Put it back as investment. Whatever be your return, let it be your reinvestment, new investment. So your investment goes up. Naturally, your returns also, it will go up. It is a cumulative action. So instead of siphoning out funds before the business getting into a viable state, if you are able to reinvest your returns in the same business, then naturally your project will become viable. Not only viable, you will be able to get more returns out of it. Similarly, if you are in this world, if you turn your side towards the Lord Shiva, and if you really dedicate your thoughts, your speech, your activities, then the return will be there. Definitely there will be return. What you should do? Out of the return, don't convert them into worldly things. You invest it in your daily way of association with the Lord. More thoughts. Because of the returns, you will be feeling now that what I am doing, I am paid back. Okay, I will reinvest it. I will spend more time. This time with more pleasure. This time with more strong feelings. Likewise, the cumulative action goes. The Jivan Muttargal are interested only in this thing. So this is the way of life to utter Sivaya. See, Ya, through Va, it looks at she. She gives some experience through Va. Ya gets experience. Again, Ya invests the experience with the she through Va. It goes on like that. And one day or other, Ya will be absorbed. It will be absorbed by Siva, and Ya will not be there practically. Ya will not be there. It will be merged in Vaharam. Va. That is the motive. How can it happen? It is because of the reinvestment going on, and one day or other, Va will become so strong enough to absorb. It will be sucked in. Ya will be sucked in. Only Siva will be there. Don't think that Ya has been dissolved. Not like that. Because Padiyani Pol Pasu Pasam Anadi. It will never cease to exist. It will exist. Indini andru naan un adimai allavo. So you must understand the process in such a way, bearing in mind that the soul cannot be deleted or cannot be dissolved or cannot be destroyed. Not like that. Soul will be there. but you cannot separate out the soul from the grace. See, I can cite an example. I have little lamp. The lamp is showing some light. The lamp is showing some light. I have put some oil and also a thread. So the lamp is glowing and there is a little amount of light is coming out. That light is very helpful, of course. Okay. Now the sun started coming out. The rays are spreading over. Everywhere your sunlight is there. Under the sunlight, what will happen to the lamp? Lamp will be there. Lamp will be there. But it cannot shine because it is as if it is not there. As if it is not existing. Of course it is there. Its light has become sunlight. Take for example the stars. They are glowing, glittering in the night during night time. Once the sun comes out, everywhere sunlight is there. You are not able to see stars. Do you want to say that stars are not there? Stars are very much there, but you are not able to see them. Why? It is because the lights of the stars they got merged in the sunlight. So in the sunlight, even though stars are there, we are not able to see them because their light has become sunlight. So stars light has also become sunlight. Likewise, Yakaram, Anma Bodham, Yakara Sakti, Anma, it has its own wisdom, isn't it? That wisdom will become out of the grace, it will be the Jnanam, Padi Jnanam. Vakaram is Padi Jnanam. That is the grace or the wisdom of Lord. Everything is the same thing. Vakaram, Anai, Arul, Padi Jnanam. So many names are there. But everything, all these things indicate the same thing. Same thing. That is Padi Jnanam. So Yakaram gets Padi Jnanam means Yakaram and Padi Jnanam will not be separated. Yakaram will be in Padi Jnanam. So Padi, it will take where the lamp becomes the sunlight. Is it not? Likewise, the star becomes the sun. Likewise, the soul becomes, its wisdom becomes Padi Jnanam. Only when you achieve Pati Jnanam, you will be able to see the Lord Shiva. You are longing to see Lord Shiva through Pati Jnanam. You are praying, you are asking Pati Jnanam to show the Lord Shiva. So you are longing for Lord Shiva through Pati Jnanam. Now you are taken in, you have been observed, you have become Pati Jnanam. Now you are able to worship, get darshan of Lord Shiva. That is the real darshan of Lord Shiva. It is a pratyaksham, not anumanam or not aham. It's pratyaksha pramanam. Now what we pray is anumana pramanam. Is it not? So it is a derived result. We have, under the circumstances, this should be the result. That is how we are deriving it. It shouldn't be anything else. So it should be the case. I am looking over the world. I am looking over the activities. Then I am deriving it. All these things are inert. All these things are inanimated. So when they are put into action means some wisdom should be there to put them into action. That wisdom is Lord Shiva. Likewise, I am deriving results. But Jivan Mukta will not derive result. They just witness. They just feel because they are in Vakaram. Only if you are able to in Vakaram, you can see Sigaram. Otherwise, no other route to see Sigaram. Jnaname andri mutti kodanagalan. Padinyaname andri muttiyai perudal kadinam. What does it mean actually? Vakaram illena Sigaram illa. Only through Vakaram you can get Sigaram. Not directly. There are no other ways. That indicates this mantra, that it is being indicated by this mantra. That has been indicated. Sivaya means the yakaram, the soul has come to a stage to feel Lord Shiva. Really feel Lord Shiva. Really feel Lord Shiva. See, for example, there is a water outside. You are in a vessel, let us say. You are in a vessel. Plenty of water over there. Inside the vessel, you hear the sound of water. When you touch the vessel, wall of the vessel, the chillness you feel. The chillness you feel. The sound of water. All these things you are hearing. And you assume that the water is over there. We are now in an ocean. Is it not? It is like this when we are in this world, when we feel about the Lord's grace, when we feel about the Lord's mercy, all these things are as if you are in a vessel and feeling out the water outside. You are feeling the chillness, you are feeling the sound of the water, all these things you are feeling, and you have come to the conclusion, ocean is there. Likewise, in this world, you are getting some experiences, you are getting some feel about it, and you convince yourself, Lord Shiva is there. But when you go to the water itself, you dip yourself in the water, you get yourself immersed in the water. Is something there to come and tell you this is water, what you feel is water? Somebody has to tell you? No, you are practically seeing. You need not assume anything, because out of the chillness you felt water there. Now you are seeing water itself. Likewise, Sivaya, Yakaram being taken to Vakaram, now with Vakaram, it will feel Sigaram, that is Shiva Brahman, 100%. If there is no Vakaram, you cannot feel Sigaram. Not only that, only when it gets into Vakaram, only that is called in Nirmalavati, it is called Nirmala Duriyam. Nirmala Duriyam. In that Vakaram state, it not only feels Lord Shiva's original state. Other versions we are seeing, actual original version, only through Va, not through Va. You have become Va. You have become Va and you are feeling it. You understand? Suppose if you are able to see the Lord Shiva, not only Siva, the grace makes you possible to witness your original version, your own original version. All this time what we have understood is only the general idea about the soul and the world or the bondages. Only general idea. Even about Anavam, that is the ignorance, we have heard only general ideas. But once you go into the grace of Lord Shiva, then only you are able to understand not only Lord Shiva, you understand, you fully understand the ignorance. What is that ignorance? how much damage it has done, how much powerful it was, and how you have overcome that great ignorance, great inert power with the mercy of God. And you will understand yourself also. So, people are claiming that these Padi, Pasu, Pasam, we know a little about Pasam, we know nothing about Padi and Pasu. Nothing about Padi and Pasu. People say that I know myself. Then you must be able to say where you came from and where will you go. All these details you must give. You have taken this body only a certain period before, because you are giving the date as date of birth. What does it show? What does it show? The date of birth shows that you are a newcomer to this world on such and such a date. Before that, where were you? That question you must be able to answer, if at all you say that you know you. And the most important question is, when you leave here, you cannot claim that you are going to be here forever. You have to leave one day or other. It is very certain. Is it not? At the time of leaving, where will you go? From where you came from? Then I will again ask the question, where you came from? So, unless otherwise these questions are answered, I will not agree that you know yourself. Know thyself. Know yourself. We don't know about, if at all we don't know anything about us, means we will not know anything about the Lord Shiva also. So, we don't know anything about Padi and Pasu. We know little about this Pasam. Little about me, 5 elements are there. The 5 elements, their effects are so many things. Likewise, we say. And Sivaya Namah. Slowly, you are able to get ideas. You are able to get the feel of Padi and Pasu also. But they are general. Podu Nilai. They are general. This Namah Sivaya, Sivaya Namah, both of them give. Both of them give. You have feel about, a general feel about the Pasu and Pasa. Who are you? Who may be you? And who is Lord Shiva? How about his mercy? How about his power? How about his might? How about his grace? All those qualities you may have a glimpse. Glimpse out of these mantras. But once you come to Sivaya, and the Sivaya mantra yields Siva, absorbing Yakaram into Vakaram. When you come to that state, then you will really feel the real version of Lord Shiva, Padi Pasu. And not only Padi Pasu, about Pasam also, you get a real idea. It is called syrup. You understand? So, Sivaya mantram is a very, very important mantram for Sivan Buttarhal, people like them, because they will go over from Siva Rupam, Anma Darsanam, Siva Darsanam, Anma Sutti. After Anma Sutti, Sivaya they will utter and they will go over to Siva, Duriyam. So they will drift towards Duriyam, leaving alone Yakaram. What do you mean by leaving alone? You lose yourself. Self is lost. Yakaram. Ellam arai ennai izhanda nalam. Ennai izhanda nalam. Yakaram gone. I uttered one Tirupugal for Nama gone. Here Yakaram gone. Siva is there. Siva is there. Siva is there means Si also there, Va is also there. Through Va, you are trying to see Sikaram. That is Duryatitam. Duryam, it has a boundary. If you cross the boundary, you will go to Duryatitam. But Duryatitam doesn't have any boundary at all. That is why it is called with only Atitam. Is it not? Ekam, Dvitam, Trayam, Saduttam or Duryam. Is it not? Duryam means 4. Then Panchamam. That should be Pancham, isn't it? But it is not Pancham. Duryatitam. Why it is called fifth state? Instead of calling it fifth state, why it is called Duryatitam? Why it is called? Because there is no sixth state. Only if there is a sixth state, it can be called fifth state. When there is no sixth state, then this is the final state, which is called Duryatitam. The other state is there, that is why fourth state is there. It is named as Duryam. If you cross Duryam, no boundary. Duryatitam, Atitam. Above Duryam. That means, what do you mean by Duryatitam? Above Duryam. Crossing Duryam. Okay, likewise, Sivaya, slowly it takes you to Duryam, leaving alone Yagaram. Siva is there, and you are surrounded, you are made up of the Padinyanam. You are not there, Padinyanam is only there. Practically speaking, Padinyanam is there, you are Padinyanam. Of course, it doesn't mean you cease to exist. You are there as Padinyanam. And out of the Padinyanam, you are able to appreciate the real version of Lord Shiva, the real version of the darkness, ignorant, the real version of yourself. It is able to understand. So out of this Siva mantram, there they will utter Siva. What do you mean by Siva? Siva means there is Sikaram, there is Vagaram. Yagaram has practically become Vagaram. Now it is ready to take up the most unmeasurable or immeasurable, unbounded pleasure, enjoyment, bliss, whatever you call. It is there. And 100% sure that you will be reaching it and you will never come back to this world again. Your rebirth is wiped out. The possibilities are wiped out. You will never come back to this world because you have crossed the boundary, and since you have felt the grace and you are starting to enjoy the Siva Anubhavam, you are not supposed to come back. Why should you come back at all? When a student gets a degree, when a student gets his final certificate from a school, why should he at all come back to that school? He need not come back. He is not supposed to get the certificate, to achieve the certificate, to achieve the completion. Only he came here, he completed and he got the certificate. Why at all he should come back? The real motive of our life here is to reach Lord Shiva, and that has been achieved. Then why at all we should come back here? Not necessary. Not necessary. So we have discussed about Namah Sivaya Mandiram, Shiva Mantras Namah Sivaya. We have discussed about Shivaya Namah. We have related these two mantras to Sivaya. Again Sivaya is becoming Siva, and finally it becomes Sikaram in Duryatitam. Because you are enjoying the most powerful, unbounded, limitless pleasure. So you are doing it, you are able to get it because you are with Padinyanam. So unless otherwise you are with Padinyanam, you are not able to, or you will not be able to enjoy that pleasure. So you are being made fit enough to get that pleasure. That is the idea behind it. The only advantage of the soul's wisdom is, in whatever support it is, that it will be that thing itself. If it depends on something else, it will become the dependent thing. You understand? So, if I depend on this world, then I will be made out of worldly things. If I depend on Lord Shiva 100%, then naturally I will be Lord Shiva. That doesn't mean I can execute all the deeds that Lord Shiva can do. No, not that means. I am Lord Shiva means I have been enjoying the entire pleasure that is being rendered by Lord Shiva. You understand? The amalgamated state, the Advaita state, one is rendering, another one is receiving. It is so boundless, it is so limitless, that it will not be segregated as one as the recipient, another one is the delivery end. It cannot be discriminated. So, the discrimination will not be there. That is why we claim Chittamalam Arivithi Sivamakki Yanayanda. What does it mean? Manivasakar claims that God has made me Lord Shiva. What does it mean? That doesn't mean every soul will become Lord Shiva. No, soul cannot become Lord Shiva at all. But it can take 100% pleasure of Lord Shiva and enjoy it. It has gone through so many phases, so many years, so many births. It has gone through all the sufferings. So once it has started tasting that pleasure, it will never come out of that. Once you go under the cover of Lord Shiva, you will never leave that, because the security is so ensured, and you will feel rest assured that this is the place where should we be. We should not leave this place. That much convincing will be there, and you will never leave Lord Shiva. Okay, now with this I am just concluding the chapter on Shiva mantras. I have discussed all the 5 Shiva mantras: Namah Sivaya, Sivaya Namah, Sivaya, Siva, Si. All these mantras I have discussed. Discussed means not in full, to certain extent. Because of course you must have some better background to understand all these things. All of a sudden we cannot understand these great things. Of course I am giving you hints, some tips, some points. If you just go over these lectures carefully, you can understand and appreciate who is to utter which mantra, and what is the real significance of mantra, what will it yield, how to chant. All these details will be, to a certain extent, you will be given information, and with this don't forget to chant any one of the mantras. You understand which mantra will suit you and start chanting that mantra. That will shelter you, that will safeguard you, that will be securing you from the sufferings of this world. The only shelter or the only safeguard or the only weapon we have is 5-lettered mantra to protect us from the worldly things, especially from our past deeds. With this I am just concluding. By concluding this session, I am going to utter 5-lettered mantra. I request you to just follow me. Om Namah Sivaya, Om Namah Sivaya, Om Namah Sivaya, Om Namah Sivaya, Om Namah Sivaya. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். With this, we are concluding the chapter on Siva Mantras. In the next week, we will take up a new chapter and start our discussion. This is the time to bless, to request, to submit the Almighty to shower His grace upon the couple of Dubai, Mrs. and Mr. Saravanan, because they are the people behind this show. They have motivated, they have requested me to to motivate such speeches about our Saivam, not only 5-letter mantras, but the basic principles of Saiva Siddhantam. So many chapters I have discussed so far. All these things, their ideas. Mrs. and Mr. Saravanan, they want to impart, they want to some or other propagate the basic principles of Saiva Siddhantam to our people. People may not be well versed with the Tamil, but they should be able to appreciate the basic principles of Lord Shiva, and they should be able to appreciate our basic ideas about Saiva Siddhantam. That is why they have sponsored these programs and requested me to channelize this serial. Anyway, I do not know how far I have been successful, but God only has to decide it. I have talked so many things. I have given lectures on so many chapters also. But the result is in the hands of Lord Shiva. I have done my duty to my conscience. Anyway, with this chapter is over. I am going to meet you next week with a new chapter, and we will go on with our lectures. Okay, thank you. And with a slogan of our Saivam, let me conclude this session. தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, என் நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி, வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு அரோகரா. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்.